Hey guys, this is Kasual, and welcome to another NerdHammer.net battle report. Me and the NerdHammer crew went down to Portal Games in Bethlehem for their open gaming on Sunday. This was 2 Sundays ago, and we got some games, smashed some armies together. So, if you watched the last battle report, this is my Nurgle Crossroad list that I ended up not taking to Crossroads. So, let's see how it goes. First, playing up against Alan's High Elf army, which has the banner of the World Dragon, but it's on a very teeny tiny small unit. I'm sorry for the blurry picture, but here's the list, or here's my deployment. Left side there, just out of the blurry picture, is my 14 Demonettes with the banner of Swiftness. Furies of Nurgle, my Plague Drones, this big obnoxious building. I got a big block of Plague Bearers with my level 1 of Death BSB with Regen Locust and Fencer Blades. Anchoring down my center, 4 Beasts of Nurgle, my Skull Cannon in behind, my Furies, my Soul Grinder of Nurgle, and my Demon Prince of Nurgle, rocking the Lore of Nurgle, and the Eternal Blade. On his side, opposite of my Demon Prince, he has a unit of Bowmen, he has a Bolter up on the hill, another small unit of Bowmen, he has a big unit of, I believe, Sea Guard. He also has a unit of White Lions with that big ass White Lion in there, which is a really cool model. I like that as a unit filler. Then he has a unit of Phoenix Guard, a Lion Chariot, and in behind he has a Frost Phoenix. I know he has a level 4 caster in there. He really likes to rock the Lore of Shadow, which I think is actually a really good choice against my army because Pit of Shades can, really do some damage. There's just a shot of that side of the board with another piece of impassable building. So, looking at his list, I've played High Elves a lot, and obviously Banner of the World Dragon sucks for us, but I like the fact that he has a small unit of White Lions. Maybe I can chaff them up for a little while, try to keep them out of the game as long as possible while I clear up the Sea Guard and the Phoenix Guard. We'll see how it goes. That's just what I rolled up. Oh, I actually didn't take Fencer Blades on the Herald. I got the 2-up armor save, which is even better than the Fencer Blades, in my opinion. There's his spells: Miasma, Enfeebling Foe, Pit. I can't read my writing. Pendulum. This is what I rolled up. Spirit Leech, of course, on the level 1 of Death. He's in with the banner of Discipline, so he's Leadership 9, which is nice for Spirit Leech. Got the Plague Wind, which is great for fighting Toughness 3 stuff. That's Vortex and forces a Toughness test, but they do get a ward save, so it's kind of useless against the Banner of the World Dragon unit. But the rest of them are good. Blaze of Purification, which gives me poison or increases the poison. Rancid Visitation, I forget what that does. I think it's a magic missile. Forces a Toughness test. If they fail, they take more wounds and more Toughness tests. And Fleshy Abundance, which is the regen buff, which is really nice for my 4-up regen Plague Bearers, which I can make a 3-up. Turn 1. Hey, Demons get to go first. That's awesome. So I take my Demonettes up on the left side of this building, fly the Furies up, fly the Plague Drones up. And I'm sorry, there is a bunch of blurry pictures here. I don't know. I think I had the wrong setting on my camera when I was playing here at the Portal. But yeah, we'll make do. I'm pushing up. This is what Nurgle does. Push them forward and get the charges that you want. I bring my Skull Cannon around to take some shots. And there's just the other side. Soul Grinder, super aggressive. There's nothing on this side of the board that remotely scares me with him, so I'm really just trying to crush this flank and overwhelm it as fast as possible. And of course, the Reign of Chaos. Matt Ward decides to come to Portal Games to Bethlehem and kill a bunch of archers here. I'm not sure if the Reign of Chaos did it to this guy or my shooting did 2 wounds to him, but the Frost Phoenix has 2 wounds, which is great. Turn 1 High Elves. He brings the Frost Phoenix up, sits him right in front of my Demonettes. I'm okay with that. I'd rather him out there messing around with them than, causing havoc in the center of my lines. On the right side of this blurry picture again, I had the White Lion Chariot made a pretty decent charge. It had to be over 9. I can't imagine I gave him a 9 to get in there, but he thought, what the hell, let's give it a try. And he gets into my Plague Drones. I'm not super worried about it. I mean, I'm toughness 5. He's coming in. I think it's strength 6 on the charge, but he didn't roll really high for his impact hits. You know, I got a lot of poison attacks. He's stubborn. I don't know. I don't feel too bad about it. I think it's all right. White Lions push up because they don't give a shit about anything in a demon army. The Phoenix Guard also push up. On this side, he brings up the archers to chaff the Soul Grinder, and what else can they do? That'll at least keep him out of the bolt thrower for a turn or two. Let's see what else here. He drops the initiative of my Demon Prince by 5, so I think he's like initiative 1. So I let that go off with every intention of stopping Pit of Shades. I'm just hoping that he doesn't push it through and irresistible it. But he didn't, and in combat after here, or over here after combat, I do 3 wounds to the Lion Chariot. He does 2 wounds to me. He's a charge. I have a banner. I think I actually won combat here, and but he sticks, being stubborn. I think it's like leadership 9 or 8. Turn 2, demons. So I guess he wanted me to charge with the demonettes. I'm perfectly fine not charging, so I backed them up, and you know, I think this was kind of a mistake on his part. Maybe he just didn't want the demonettes getting around into the bolt throwers, but yeah. So I just backed them up and informed them to give me a couple ranks. Well, 1 rank. Over here, I push up with the beasts, getting them out of line of sight of my out of forward arc from the White Lions. I fought a Furies over here. I don't know why I did this. I think they were march blocked and they failed, and I just didn't know what to do with them. So chaffing up the Phoenix Guard, which I'm not sure that was the best option. At the top of the screen, you see the Furies. They make a long charge into the bowman. They take 2 wounds for stand and shoot. That's okay. At least they're not shooting at the Demon Prince who goes into the bolt thrower. His initiative is still lowered at this point. The beast I'm just bringing up, trying to. I'm okay with them getting into the Sea Guard. My Skull Cannon over here, he is coming up for support, and Reign of Chaos gives me -1 ward save. So. Yikers. And so I decide I have a great I have a great flank shot with the Plague Vortex. You know, there's all those juicy Sea Guard with toughness 3. You know, I would love to send a Vortex down their lines, and what happens is I cast it, but it doesn't go anywhere. I misfire on the cast, and it moves D6 that direction. Awesome. Yeah, there's the misfire. Thanks for taking the picture of it, too. So after combat, Soul Grinder beats him. Demon Prince, of course, kills the bolt thrower, and the Furies just bounce right off of the archers. Turn 2, High Elves. So now he takes the Phoenix into the demonettes. That's fine. I'm okay if they can hold up for a turn or two. We see here the Lion Chariot actually was killed outright by the plague drones. I didn't bother to reform. Just stayed like that. And he takes the Phoenix Guard into the Furies, which he should blow through, and then I guess overrun right into my plague drones if he wants to. Otherwise, he's going to get countercharged anyway. At the time, I really don't know what my thinking was with those Furies right there, but it's working. So the Dreaded White Lions with the Banner of the World Dragon come over here to try to chaff up my beast, but it turns out he didn't have enough movement, so they are able to wheel and possibly get around and go into the archers. So that's a little unfortunate for my opponent. Just didn't have the movement to get those White Lions where he needed them to be. Over here, he lowers my initiative on the Soul Grinder by 2. And the Soul Grinder took a wound. It actually might have been an archer sneaking one through in that last combat. So shooting takes 2 shots from the Sea Guard and my Demon Prince and do 2 wounds to him. So here it is again. Now my Demon Prince is, down half his wounds. God, just from some ballistic-based shooting, how does that happen? And he does 2 wounds to a Beast of Nurgle with some other shooting, or it could have been magic. I'm not 100% sure. Again, a blurry picture. I'm so sorry. Phoenix does some damage to the Demonettes, but they are steadfast and they don't completely pop, so that's cool. That's another turn that Phoenix is held up. Beautiful Phoenix, by the way. He did an excellent job painting him. I wish that picture wasn't blurry so you could see that. Yeah, the Phoenix Guard made sure work of the Furies and overrun into the Plague Drones. I'm okay with this. I got Stomps, I got Poison, I got high toughness. They should be locked up for a while. And I got 1 wound on my drone. I think that was from the White Lion Chariot. Turn 3 Demons. So I charge with the Beast of Nurgle into the archers. He elects to flee. I redirect and clip his Sea Guard unit. So I couldn't get everybody in contact this turn, but in a stroke of luck, or just, I don't know, stroke of luck, I'm not even going to say tactician ship or general ship, I'm actually out of line of sight of the White Lion, so I avoid that unit yet again. I fly the Demon Prince over to set up a flank shot with the Plague Vortex, and I bring the Soul Grinder over to hopefully, I don't know, just stay alive at this point. And over here, I countercharge with the Plague Bearers. This is awesome. This is a good setup for me. This should be a win against the Phoenix Guard. I think there's a character in there. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't get the list for these last couple battle reports, and I really should, because I should be able to give you guys some more information, and I apologize for that. After combat, I took another wound on the Plague Drones. He's down about a rank. He does stick. I think he had decent leadership. Let's see. He wasn't stubborn. But I didn't get a lot of Plague Bearers in on this combat. You see, I just kind of clipped him because of that building there was in the way. So the Phoenix Guard held their ground pretty well. And what happens when I cast Plague Wind, that beautiful one that was going to go right down the flank of all the Sea Dragon Cloak guys, whatever the hell they are, Sea Guard? I misfire. And it just sits on top of my head. Awesome. After combat here, I have 3 wounds on a beast, and I'm taking down the Sea Guard, so I reform and bring some more beasts into base-to-base contact, and I'm still out of the charge arc of the White Lions, which is excellent. After combat here, yeah, we killed the Phoenix Guard. Why my drones are over there, I'm not sure. I guess maybe this is movement after my turn. Oh, no, I'm sorry. They broke from the Plague Bearers, and I pursued with the Plague Drones, and the Plague Drones ran them down. That's why they're positioned there. And I restrain with my Plague Bearers and reform to face the White Lions. Okay, turn 3, High Elves. White Lions reform. Now there's no chance of those beasts getting out of their arc, and they'll be able to get in there next turn. His bowmen rally and are facing the rear of my Demon Prince, who is not engaged. He's actually an inch away from them. And in magic, he kills my Soul Grinder. It was a combo of Pit of Shades and Miasma, or not Miasma, but whatever lowers my initiative. So yeah, the Soul Grinder's dead. After combat over here, 1 lone Demonette standing its ground against the Phoenix, which is awesome. So after combat here, he does 2 wounds, gets rid of one of my beasts. I'm taking down that unit, and we're just stuck in combat. Turn 4, Demons of Chaos. I guess that's just an overall shot of the board. So I'm doing the math in my head. I'm like, okay, I'm going to have a flank against the White Lions. I have a charge, a banner, 3 ranks. And if I somehow squeak any wounds through, combat res is looking pretty good. I have him disrupted, so he's not going to have ranks. He's going to have a banner in there. His BSB was in with the Phoenix Guard, so that's dead. I might be able to just out combat res the banner of the World Dragon. If he doesn't if he doesn't completely make a mess out of my Plague Bearers, which he only has a few attacks, and I think he has a character in there, but I'm not 100% sure. I think I'm looking pretty good. If they stick around, I'm in trouble. I think they're stubborn. They might be leadership 9. If they stick around and they're able to reform, it's going to be a grind. But it is already turn 4, so I don't know if he'll be able to get through all those Plague Bearers. So I'm liking my chances here, but I really needed to keep the White Lions out of the combat with the Demon Prince and the Beast. I need to be able to break that Sea Guard unit, and without any interference from the White Lions. And then after combat, the White Lions failed the leadership. It was either 9 or 10, and they broke with no reroll, and the Plague Bearers ran them down. So pumped. The Demon Prince come in, and he rolled really good for his Eternal Blade and just annihilates the Sea Guard. And that is the end of the game right there. So, win to the Demons. I think it was a bit of luck being able to take care of those White Lions, but really happy getting a win here. Alan's a great opponent. He's learning his High Elves, and I was really excited to get a game, and I think it went well. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I have another game from Portal coming up against another High Elf army. So come check that out. See you at the next one.